some football. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
From Houston. And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Shakes off but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Here's Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
This will be complete to Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up, it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the first down.
Stroud to throw it. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Got a man. It's Collins complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Three yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Offside. Defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Touchdown, Texans! John Mechie from 4 yards out. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it. And that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Mechie has it on the slant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Play action. It's Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in his first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Herbert off of play action. Complete to Johnston here. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
Now it's Herbert. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Herbert throwing again. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans back out there and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On second and a long way to go. Stroud, this one left side caught by Collins. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Throwing now is Stroud. Short throw to Smith. To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out looking. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Stroud. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. 2nd down and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. Stroud looking to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Short throw to Disley. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Herbert now. Short throw to Disley. So no gain on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun, Herbert. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the option right, Herbert. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DJ Chark, 39 yards. And the Chargers have regained the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. This will be complete to Mechie. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Repeat of the last play going to Mechie here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does It's just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. It's Mixon on the counter. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Stroud to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2nd and 9. Another carry for Pierce. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 4 yards out. And the Texans have yet again retaken the lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Quick throw here to Johnston. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. An option handoff here to Dobbins. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Here's Herbert. Pass incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert running left off the option. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Dobbins, touchdown, Chargers. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now Stroud. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. Back to throw. Stroud. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Stroud out of the gun here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Robert Woods, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now it's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Herbert now. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Touchdown, Chargers. Will Disley taking it in. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Stroud. Caught left side by Mechie. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
That is caught. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Stroud working out of the gun. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. This will be caught inside the 10. And they aren't able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Stroud. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And it was C.J. Stroud who finished off that drive with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Another run here with Dobbins. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
3rd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And Stroud now to throw. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Stroud looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Here's Mixon on third down. Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. I'm looking down from our booths. You can tell this crowd wants them to go for it right now.
And believe me, he knows it. And he's weighing that through his head right now. Actually trying to filter that out because this needs to be a cold decision by him. Not influenced by the crowd. Not influenced by outside factors. Does he believe in his team enough to go for it right here? I think he's going to reward the crowd and do it.
And if he doesn't get it, they have to go the full length of the field. We'll see. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 38-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Ordinarily, 3rd down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the second level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Herbert. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. Will be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. Play action. Here's Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. From the gun to give to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On the bootleg, Stroud. And he's got it. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Stroud sets up the play action. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Tui Pelotu. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And it's caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they look very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. From the 50, here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Herbert. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now it's Herbert. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Herbert back to the air.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Second and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Edwards going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Woods. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, He's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. It's Mixon on the counter. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing now is Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Texans are able to stretch out their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Second down and 8.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Herbert now. Again, that's Hurst. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 3 from the 9. In motion, the tight end. Herbert throwing again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Play action. It's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 3 yards out. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
That's once again complete to Chark.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Herbert going to throw. Now this one finds McConkey. The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash. This from 33. And his kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. This is 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Finding Schultz. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Here comes 2nd down. Stroud. He'll get this complete to Collins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Stroud. And this one into the hands of Mechie. And able to get this one across the 35 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stroud to throw it. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's 1st down. To throw is Stroud. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now an all rest on the right foot of their kicker. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead.
in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Here's 1st and 10.
One last throw here for Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.